Australia's largest supermarket chain is back in the black. Woolworths' return to profit isn't a shock to these customers.
You're seeing a lot of simple things like fruit and vegetables are just getting more and more expensive.
All businesses deserve to make a profit as long as it's not at the cost unethically of the consumer.
The boss of the supermarket says prices are coming down.
Our average selling prices are lower than the prior year for 4 quarters in a row.
Woolworths' profit came in at $739 million for the 6 months to January 5, after posting a $781 million loss the year before. But its food margin was squeezed, down 32 basis points because of higher meat costs, more discounts and customers buying cheaper items. Sales would have been higher if not for strikes at its distribution centres, costing the business $240 million.
It's very aggressive oligopolistic pricing power, so those margins are falling, but one would say probably not falling fast enough, and or those margins are still quite high relative to their peers offshore.
Every country has a different economic setting, different wage rates, and so I wouldn't want to, create direct comparisons in international global benchmarks there.
Woolworths will cut $400 million in costs, meaning some office jobs will go. And like Coles, it's also slashing the number of products it sells.
With both the major players, Coles and Woolworths, the expansion of the home brands is going to continue to increase. That is where they can maintain the margins that they're after to deliver for their shareholders.
Together, Woolworths and Coles account for about 67% of supermarket retail sales. The ACCC is investigating that market power and is due to hand its final report to the federal government any day now. The watchdog has also taken Coles and Woolworths to court, alleging the pair have engaged in misleading and deceptive practices for inflating the price of hundreds of grocery items before advertising them as discounted. Food prices were one of the biggest contributors to inflation in the year to January, up 3.3%, driven by higher costs for fruit, vegetables, meat and seafood. That compares to headline inflation, which remained steady at 2.5%. Former ACCC boss Graham Samuel says he's yet to see evidence of the supermarket's price gouging.
What's the ultimate solution? Greater competition. And the greater competition is coming from Aldi. It's coming from a revitalised IGA, but they're very, very limited in the way that they can offer price competition. And Costco and now Amazon.
Outside Coles, this customer says shopping elsewhere isn't always easy.
It's very hard because at the end of a 2-week I would always have money left over, but now I've got nothing much left over.
While consumers feel the pinch, analysts expect Coles to post stronger half-year profits than its competitor.
Always profits over people, really, and that's something that's concerning.
Things are getting more and more expensive, and then politicians are saying they're going to do something about it, and who knows what's happening.
A call for grocery price relief as a federal election looms.